Hello and welcome to Computer Retro Bus. My name is Bill and today we are going to build an Athlon 64 gaming system. So this is going to be a system based on an Athlon 64 socket 939. The donor is this monstrosity. I picked this up on Facebook Marketplace in a lot of 4 computers. Can't get better than that. But yeah, some parts are good, some parts are bad. The North Bridge cooler was an absolute disaster. Someone had hacked on a cooler from God only knows where. So what we'll do is clean up that motherboard, get rid of those older components and build a nice system based on the Athlon 64. Get rid of this old school Alienware ripoff that's naturally got a side panel missing and get it all built into one of these new beige box conversions I did. So this was a black box which I resprayed to beige, give it that retro feel, and we'll get it all in here. Here we are with all our parts ready to go. So we'll go through each one. Motherboard, ASUS A8N-E. Looks like we've got dual channel RAM here. Different colored RAM slots usually give that away. I'm going to change that. I've got a replacement, something passive hopefully, because these little fans whine so much. And I really want to try and cut down the noise as much as I can. AMD Athlon 64 3000 plus underneath the hood. For video card, we are going an ATI or AMD. Were they bought out by AMD by then? I'm not sure. This is a 4850 with 512 meg of RAM. So yes, very nice. Bit of an upgrade. What it came with when I got the system was this. This is a GeForce 9400 GT. So these two cards were made in the same year. The 4850 is a bit higher spec than the 9400 GT, which is more of a sort of a mid-range in the 9400 or 9000 line rather. For sound, I'm not going to skimp out on sound. I'm going to give it a dedicated sound card. Sound Blaster X-Fi Extreme. So yeah, really looking forward to getting this on board and giving it a go. You know, got our PCIe Express ports there, ready to rock. Let's use them. For RAM, these are 512 sticks, so 2 GB total. For a hard drive, got a Seagate 500 GB. Looks like an old Apple one. There you go. So 512 GB, 7200 RPM. First thing I'll do is change that North Bridge cooler. This is not the original. This is not an epox motherboard, obviously. This was something I put in there as an emergency because the last fan was, believe it or not, even worse. And it was really heating up. So I've got something a little bit more longer term solution. My good mates at AliExpress. There we go. Look at this. This looks a bit more serious. So yeah, we'll get that bad boy on. Cool that North Bridge. I must say with these NFS 4 North Bridges, they get really hot. So you need something significant. All right, so I'll get some heat compound and we'll get this bad boy onto that NFS 4 Ultra chipset. So the way this works is you slide these guys in. Feels a bit rickety, but once you punch them through, it does actually stay down. It's a bit of a catch-all, and you know, if it's longer, if it's more spread out, you can spread the arms out. Oh no, don't want that. Not the most elegant way to connect it, but let's see how we go. Yeah, big solid chunk of a heatsink. If that doesn't keep it cool, I don't know what will. Let's get those RAM sticks back in. So let's get our new case. The new and improved, much better. So this already has a power supply net, which is excellent because it's actually a Cooler Master. Came with the Cooler Master. This is a Cooler Master Centurion 5, I believe, and it comes with a pretty good power supply. So I'll just go ahead and use that. Got an exhaust fan as well. Just need to look at the standoffs, make sure that they are correct for this motherboard. I had an incident once where I put a motherboard in and I forgot a standoff and it was not in the correct place. And it would in my system, I just could not figure it out. It would run and just randomly restart or not boot, just had issues constantly. It was driving me mad. I reinstalled Windows many times, couldn't understand it. And yeah, it was basically a standoff that was in the middle of the board and it must have been shorting out one of these pins or something. So as soon as I took it all out, realized what it was, all sorted. So yeah, always make sure you have the correct standoffs. And if there's any that you don't need, take them out. All right, can't forget this guy. All right, here we go. Ready to get in there. Okay, now I'll get all these headers in. Oh my God, this thing has so many because it's got a lot of front panel Firewire, USB, audio, the whole lot. So yeah, fun stuff. All right, let's get that hard drive in there. Okay, so we'll get our video card in there. Radeon HD 4850. This was a sort of a high-end performance card, not the absolute top end, but the higher end. It's got a cool Zalman fan. Zalman were really the first ones that actually started finally trying to make fans that were quiet rather than the screaming, noisy fans that we're all used to. So yeah, it's pretty cool that this card actually comes with a Zalman fan. Thermal take, oh my god, their stuff was absolutely screaming. Zalman made fans that were, you know, more fins and just less RPM, bigger blades, so it's just more quieter. Oh, I hope that new North bridge that I've just installed doesn't get in the way. No, just clears it. Yeah, that's as close as it gets. Oh my god, you gotta see this. Yeah, so there isn't too much clearance left, but you know, it works. They can cooperate. We can all be friends anyhow. Get that kick-ass Sound Blaster X-Fi Extreme in there. Very cool. This is one of the earlier PCI Express sound cards that they made for the X-Fi. So yeah, really cool. Really excited to get this going. This is Windows XP compatible, which is really awesome. So that's why I picked this guy. Yeah, running it pretty close to that Zalman fan. I haven't got too much real estate, but again, nice and snug. We're all a happy family. Okay, so now it's just time to get all the power cables in. Okay, I think I realized something. This power supply is not going to do because I need one of those guys there, but I also need one for this video card. So gonna have to change power supplies. All right. Okay, so I got another power supply here, Antec 380 earth watts. So what we're missing is, where did you go? Here we go. And so what we need is one of these guys, 6-pin for the video card. Interesting. This is a 550 watt power supply and it doesn't have one. There you go. Let's get our cool Antec in there. Okay, everything's plugged in. Now we go for broke. Everything's plugged in. Doesn't matter how many times I build a system, the first boot is always nervous. You just don't know. You don't know if these parts are all going to work with each other, do you? So let's have a look. All right, good. Lights are on. Give me some video. Lots of beeping. Not a good sign. All right, so it gave me about 3-4 beeps. I'm not sure what it is, but we'll see. Could be RAM. Could be video card. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll figure it out. I'll pull it open and we'll figure it out. Okay, so I think it is a video card problem. This video card looks like it may be kaput. I'm pretty sure I used this before, so I'm not sure if it is untested or if it's gone bad. But look, I'll turn it on so you can see everything is spinning. Even my new cool new little North bridge is spinning, but nothing. Video card is giving me nothing. So yeah, no signal. So I think it's definitely the video card. Okay, so find another video card. So I'm going to try a different video card. I've got another Radeon here. This is a 5770. So next generation up. This was the 4000 series. This is a 5000. I really wanted to try and keep the hardware close as possible, but I'm blowing it out a little bit. Yeah, let's see how this guy's going to go. It should work because this is a card that I've used before. Used it for quite a while. Tested. I know for sure that it works. So if that's not the case, maybe the power supply. Don't know. Okay, not much room for airflow, is there? That sound card. At least we've got a bit more clearance with the North bridge this time. Yeah, this card's a lot shorter. All right, let's see how we go. No crazy beeps. Maybe we do have crazy beeps. Forgot to put the power in again. Yeah, I never learn, do I? Oh my god. Third time's a charm. Let's go. Okay, fan spinning. Yeah, single beep. Ah, yes. That's much better. Okay, cool. let's close this box and continue with our project. The unexpected twists and turns of system building. Okay, so there we go. This card is a no-go. I actually tried to plug it back in again and tried it a second time, but nah, it's just not getting nothing. Things don't always go to plan, just like in real life. But we've got a solution, so we'll continue on. And now I'll get Windows XP onto this. We continue our journey. Okay, here we are in BIOS. So everything looks protected. Stability, reliability, performance. Let's see how reliable you are. Not so reliable after all. It's it's freaking frozen, isn't it? Okay, XP installed. Here we go. Now it's time to get the drivers on. So this uses the NFS 4 chipset, which is an awesome chipset. One of probably the best for the AMD systems. Okay, now I'm installing the AMD Catalyst drivers. Okay, from here on in, my day, believe it or not, only got worse. My hard drive completely crashed. Just as I installed those X-Fi drivers, it went into a boot loop, and here it is. And here's a video of me explaining it, but my microphone decided to not work either. My God, what a day. So I put in a second hard drive, which I'm explaining here, which then also went on to also fail. It just did not work either. So then I had to move on to, look at this. So I got a message that setup did not find any hard drive installed on your computer. Great. Oh yeah, that hard drive's definitely clapped out. Look at this. Setup was unable to format partition. Disk may be damaged. Okay, you can't make this up. The other hard drive was dead as well. So this is my third hard drive now. It is being detected, thank God. I've gone to the Western Digital Caviar Blue. So let's see if we can go ahead with this one. Unbelievable, this blows my mind. The joys of working with retro hardware. So let's see if we can get Windows XP installed on this one now. Okay, not looking good. My Athlon 64 gaming system setup is not going well at all. Oh my God, it's been a frustrating day. Very frustrating. Not sure what on earth is going on. Something about hard drive configuration. Yeah, it was working, but no, decided no. It's getting late. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna sleep on this one and tackle it tomorrow. All right, the saga continues. We'll see how we go with this machine. Really gave me quite a bit of trouble yesterday, so I'm gonna try a few different things. I'm gonna move the sound cards around, get that X-Fi out. I think it's just, I'm not sure if it's overheating the chip. Not sure if it's a North Bridge cooler. But yeah, I'm going to try a few different things today and try and get XP back on this thing. Okay, I thought I was well on my way, and then this happens. I've never seen this before. Okay, we got bigger problems. Put a new hard drive in, still getting errors. So look, I don't think this is hard drive related. This looks, I really think it's the North Bridge. I'm going to pull it all out and have a look because there's something's not right. This is not hard drive related. Okay, I've taken the system out. I'm going to go naked for a while. Make sure this all works before putting it all back into the box. So I got my hard drive in. Oh my God, what a sack. I've taken this back out again. North Bridge looks okay. The was making good contact. So I don't know, I might try using a thermal pad instead of the heat compound. I'm not sure if it just spread across not correctly, don't know. But I'll try that and see how we go. But otherwise, everything else in the system looks fine. I really cannot figure it out. The only other thing I changed was the video card. But yeah, it's frustrating. So yeah, let's see how we go. I'm running out of parts to swap, to be honest. The only thing I could try next is the video card and take the sound card out, but surely they cannot be the issue. So let's see how we go. Okay, it looks like we're getting in progress. I've changed that North Bridge cooler to a hack job, well, a better hack job. It is heating up much more, so I'd really feel like the last one just wasn't making clean contact. So Windows XP, about to install the ATI Catalyst drivers. So the other thing I did do was just remove a sound card. Don't know if that had anything to do with it, but we go on. Works. Oh my God, yeah. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, it's been a challenging day and a half trying to get this system working. I've really lowered my expectations now. I started off very optimistically making an Athlon 64 gaming system. Right now, I just want any system that works. I'm really having some issues. I'm going to blame this guy, but I'm not sure if I'm blaming if he's really responsible or not, but I just kept having blue screen issues. So don't know, Enforce chipset, maybe it doesn't play well with ATI, I don't know. The other thing I've done is taken out half the RAM because I've got another suspicion is maybe it's the RAM sticks, don't know. So gonna stick with just 2 RAM sticks with 512 each, so 1 gig of RAM, that is enough. And I'm going to put in an NVIDIA Quadro, which I've got plugged in now. This system is about as stable as Charles Manson, so I really don't trust it. It is just all over the shop. I'm going to try and just get stable, taking out the sound card, Quadro card in there now. So yeah, let's see if we can just get this video over the line at this point. Sometimes you just got to lower your expectations. Okay, so finally the system I was able to stably install Windows XP and get all the drivers going on was this AMD Athlon 64-3000 with our ASUS A8N-E motherboard with half the RAMs. I think some of those RAM sticks might have been the cause of my problem, to be honest, and an NVIDIA Quadro FX 570. So let's move to some benchmarks. Okay, here we go with some Farcry. So I've got the options. I've cranked up all the options to high or very high, since we do have a pretty capable system here. Yeah, these frame rates are very impressive. Nothing like a good old workstation card, but look at these textures. They look really nice and detailed, don't they? Let's go about Deagle and bullets. Okay, oh, now this is where the frame rate is going to start to struggle. But again, the details are all high. Oh, look at that water, that looks amazing. You're paying for it with some frame rates, but it looks really good. Yeah, this looks great. The water looks awesome. Look at that, the reflections are fantastic. And as I move, look at the reflections of that little cliff here. Yeah, I would have killed for these sorts of frame rates and these details when I was playing this back when it first was released, that's for sure. Yeah, so yeah, look really good, very clean image, no artifacting, 1024 by 768. Look at this, the frame rate's always in the 60s. Yeah, so this game was released in 2004. The graphics card I have, the Quadro FX 570, was released in 2007. So, you know, it's about 3 years after the game, so you would expect it to be pretty comfortable. Hardware was improving quite drastically. But yeah, look at this. This looks so nice. Okay, let's go for some Need for Speed Most Wanted. I'm gonna crank up the detail to max. 1024x768, my favorite resolution. Okay, oh yeah, I can see that frame rate is instantly taking a massive hit. Let's see how we go. Okay, so Need for Speed Most Wanted was released in 2005, 1 year after Need for Speed Underground 2. So the games were getting pretty demanding. All right, yep, get our Lexus. All right, look at these graphics. This looks great. Look at those details. It is awesome. Frame rates, not the best. Okay, it seems to be pretty stable in that mid-30s, isn't it? But, you know, these details are cranked to the max. And the eye candy really does look great. It's, you know, lovely. Colors are interesting choice here. They're a little bit washed out, but you know, lots of trees, lots of much more advanced geometry, as we can see, compared to the previous Need for Speed Underground 2. You can see the environmental detail is just, you know, next level. This is where there was quite a bit of a leap. But yeah, it was an interesting time in graphics. They were sort of trying to go with this HDR look thing here, where it sort of did soften a lot of things as well. And sort of, yeah, there's lots of browns and oranges and all over the place. Bloom, or whatever they called it, you know, but it sort of washed things out. I know that a lot of people were sort of disabling that bloom type features in games because it just would blow things out too much. But yeah, look, you know what? Not the best frame rates, but good enough, especially when the details are high. All right, let's give Painkiller a go next. Set the resolution 124768, same as all of our other games. Details high. So now, here we go. Got our shotty. Pick up some ammo. Painkiller is one of those serious Sam style games where you just have hordes coming at you and various weapons to dispatch them. But yeah, at least this frame rate looks good. Here we go. It's really fluctuating between 60 and 100 depending on how much objects we have on the screen. Here we go. Now we've got lots of traffic. Yeah, we're in the 60s, but still handles it very comfortably. That's the thing with the shot, is you want to be close, but not too close. Yeah, graphics look great. Pretty cool lighting effects. It sort of lights at what you're looking at with the torch. Yeah, look, in these sorts of high-paced games, you really need good frame rates to get away from the bad guys and just, you know, react quickly. You really need to snap that around and aim quickly. So yeah, these frame rates, I guess 80s, 60, 80, 100, it's just, yeah. Look, anything above 60, especially stable over 60, is pretty damn good. So yeah, I'll be very happy with this. Good old Quadro cards. You know, they're very easy to get hold of. It's crazy that they were so expensive back in the day, but now they are, you know, they give them away really. And they're very, very stable. You know, not gonna be, they really have, their focus is more on stability than outright frame performance. But for what we need it, for the games that we play, for the retro stuff, yeah, they're a very good choice. Very good choice. All right, Unreal Tournament 2004. I'm gonna change the details. All right, let's go deathmatch. Nice and easy. Bro, these frame rates look pretty damn good. Really nice, great textures, excellent frame rate. This frame rate is, wow. This is exactly what you want for an FPS, quick action, deathmatch type game. Oh, look at the water texture, that looks great. Oh, just missed me. Yeah, I love the explosions look so cool. This is great, look at the lighting effects, really nice. I mean, 2003 just looked so awesome, and then 2004, UT 2004 just really took it up to that next level. Really cool effects. Look at the lighting as that green beam just sort of shoots across and, you know, lights up that wall that I'm hitting as well. Really cool. Oh, the whole screen shakes as you're firing this minigun. Really great effect. Yeah, the textures, the map, this looks great. Look at these textures on this castle wall. Looks great. Really nice. Yeah, so yeah, look, these frame rates, awesome. Cannot ask for more than that. The old Quadro is actually doing a really good job. It's interesting that it's sort of struggled with the Need for Speed Underground, but Unreal Tournament, the Unreal Engine, it seems to be much more efficient than whatever the hell EA built. Yeah, look at that. I love that chunks of things come flying at you, the debris from the explosion. Ah, I'm dead. And then back in those days, every FPS you had to have a railgun. It was an instant hit, high power, but you had to really be so accurate to land the shot. When people were good at it though, my God, they used to punish you. Especially in Quake 3, if someone was really good with that railgun. Let's go some Call of Duty 2. Lighting looks fantastic, doesn't it? Put down that lamp. Frame rates, not too crash hot though. You really sort of feel it on an FPS. It just feels like this slight lag when I move my mouse. Let's get our bolt action. Frame rates are looking great here. Yeah, look at this 50s. Before it was suffering, but here we go. We do have quite a few characters on screen. We drop pretty dramatically to the 30s, but let's get right into the action. Frame rates are really getting hit now. Yeah, graphics look great. I mean, this was such a fun game back in its day, but yeah, it's struggling. I mean, oh, are you kidding me? I had one round in that. So yeah, I mean, this game was released in 2005. The Quadro I'm playing it on was released in 2007, 2 years afterwards. But you know, it's still not not the most comfortable. It's playing it, but it's struggling. We have to put this into historical context, I guess. In its day, this would have been playable frame rates. Anything 30s was pretty good back then. Now, you know, 60s is what we really expect minimum. Yeah, look at the smoke. The graphics look pretty good. Let's give them a grenade. Oh, that did not work. It bounced off the wall, came straight back. Yeah, the grenade physics are interesting in this game. Oh, it just bounced off a wall, came flying back like a ping pong ball. I remember Call of Duty and Medal of Honor, when they came out, they really just kicked off this genre. And you know, everyone was really into it. It was so good, these World War II games. All right, I think I'm gonna end the video here, guys. It's been quite the saga. Sometimes you want to go on a journey. Sometimes they take you on the journey they want to go on. I guess I'm a little bit disillusioned after all this. I don't know if I really want to put this into the box now. I really need to find, I think, a configuration that I'm happy with. that's stable and works, and then I'll look at boxing it. So yeah, the relationship I have with this, you know, we have trust issues. I think till they're resolved, we really can't go to that next step of moving into a case together. I think I'm going to park this for a little bit. Maybe we'll come back to it later. So there we are. Got there in the end. It did take its pound of flesh, however. It really did. Also, one thing though, NVIDIA Quadro cards, God, they're rock solid. When I plugged this in, I had no issues at all. So I might do a video about Quadro cards because I have got quite a few of those and they're really easy to get hold of. Thank you to everybody who buys me a coffee. If you would like to do so, the link is in the description. Appreciate all those guys who have helped me and supported my channel. So thank you for sticking with me. This was a tough one. We got there in the end. Hope to see you in the next one.